Beaverhead Motors, Standard Lumber and Glass Company, Dairy Queen, Frontline Ag, Dillon Back and Neck Clinic, The Many, High Peak Federal Credit Union, East Bench Grain, McDonald's of Dillon, Intermountain Irrigation, Farmers Union Insurance, Orthopedic Rehab, Stockman Bank, Napa of Dillon.
1 minute.
Farm Insurance, The Good Life, Rocky Mountain Supply.
This is ours.
Devers Excavation and Aquatics.
32,
University of Montana,
23,
Western, Jerry Wessel's
and 33.
Tire Center.
Could have guessed that
Parking
one.
Garage and Restaurant.
And then for
24,
them,
410.
Livestock Auction. Payne
and
West
25
Insurance.
and 3.
Mile High Motors. Lakeland Feed and Supply.
Cool.
Mulligan Water.
30 seconds.
You demand.
Line Pizza. Vans IGA. Big Time Sportswear and Design. And Dr. Douglas Prager. Without these
Have you seen this
sponsors,
Hannah Dean play much?
broadcast
Yeah,
would
saw
not
her in
be
Class C
possible.
also. Saw her and Britt Cooper play each
10
other.
seconds.
Oh.
And welcome to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium, where the University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs will be taking on the Carroll College Fighting Saints. Carroll College, number 8 on the season in the country, 13-3 overall, 5-0 in conference. And for the Lady Bulldogs, number 4 in the country, 13-1, 4-1 in the conference. So regardless of the national ranking, this is a win we need, because they're a game ahead of us in the standings. And after this home stretch, we have 3 more home games. We have a treacherous road stretch there as well.
Yeah, and this team definitely with the target on their back, this Montana Western team, with the way that they've been playing. You know, they were undefeated, just getting their first loss to Rocky. So I think that that's definitely going to add to the intensity of this game and all the conference games. That
It was Northern, right?
Mhm.
Actually.
Oh, Northern.
I think we lost to Northern. But, you know, same goes. Anytime you go on the road, not quite the same. And so you want to get these wins at home when you get the opportunity. And it'll be very exciting as we're looking for, would it be a 4th straight for Bree King if she had the Frontier Conference or the
Player of the Week?
Player of the Week?
Yeah, I think she's got at least 3 or 4.
Right now leads the nation in scoring as well. So it'll be exciting. We look forward to it. We're going to take a quick time out for the national anthem, and then we'll get you right back to live action with the battle of 2 ranked teams in the Frontier Conference. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Hello, Doc. Jeff Corman from McDonald's here. Have you tried our great new sandwich, the triple stack? Double sausage, double cheese, bacon and egg on a muffin biscuit warm McGriddle. It's amazing. $1 any size pop and coffee is still here, and 2 hash browns for $2 and 2 medium fries for only $4. $2 mochas, latte smoothies, and shakes too. Save money and try the new triple stack at McDonald's in Butte, Rocker, Deer Lodge, Anaconda, and Dillon. I'm loving it.
Pneumatic irrigation systems are tough and dependable, just like the certified service staff at Intermountain Irrigation. When you need service, call Intermountain at 683-6571. They are there to help you every day and even available on weekends. Great service is the name of the game at Intermountain Irrigation, including great service for all brands of irrigation systems. Intermountain Irrigation, there for you all year long.
Hi, this is Judy Searing from Farmers Union Insurance. Our team is passionate about providing the best service to you and our community. Shelley, our property and casualty licensed CSR, is a local 4-H leader and a big supporter of FFA. You may see Kirsten, our life health producer, volunteering at community events, working to build a better downtown. I'm a sports fan, so you'll see me supporting the Beavers and the Dogs. Our team here at Farmers Union Insurance supports all things in Beaverhead County. Visit us at 108 South Washington or call 683-2365.
Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab. Our highly trained physical therapy team, Kirk Van Slyke and Sheriff Harrison, work closely with their patients recovering after surgery or suffering from pain or injury. Whether you're a senior enjoying life to its fullest, a weekend warrior, or an elite athlete, Ortho Rehab will empower you to achieve your best through the benefits of physical therapy and sports medicine. Stop by 201 Southside Boulevard across from IGA. or call us at 683-3675. Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab Physical Therapy.
1 minute.
1 minute it is. All righty.
Hi, this is Shane Pooyer with Stockman. As 2018 comes to a close, we thank you for the privilege of being your neighbor in this wonderful. On behalf of all of us at Stockman Bank, we wish you a happy holiday season, prosperous. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
When it comes to maintaining your car, you need last ad. And you can count on Napa. Dillon's locally owned auto parts.
I guess it's nice not having them that loud in your ear, though, you know?
What's that?
The ads, not having
Farm and ranch and much more. Stop in and say hi to Brian and the crew at Napa of Dillon. Your local 10 seconds. And with winter just around
Is it loud now?
Napa has everything you'll need to winterize your automobile. Napa of Dillon, your know-how. Stop by and see the know-how guys at Napa.
And welcome back to live basketball action from the Straugh Gymnasium, where the University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs entertain the Carroll College Lady Fighting Saints. 13-3 versus 13-1. Two wonderful programs. Carroll been on top of the program for quite a while. We're in a 3-year stretch that I think not many teams get to see. We were an 8 2 years ago. We were a 4 last year. A lot of expectations this year. Beat some quality teams already. And there's a quality team right across from us here in the number 8 Carroll College Lady Fighting Saints.
Yeah, it's an experienced team. They have a leader, Hannah Dean, who is she's averaging 14 points a game and 6 rebounds a game. So she's definitely going to have an imprint on this game. And you can see their starting 5 averaging scoring 14, 8, 8, and 8. So this is going to be a team that they don't really care who scores the ball. They're going to move the ball well and play good team
And to have
basketball.
some senior leadership like Cassidy Hashley Cosina coming off the bench. Senior, very dominant, took a year off to kind of have a family, I guess, so to speak. And so here we are. We'll see her. The Bulldogs in black with the red trim, looking pretty sharp.
And the Carroll College Saints in gray with the purple on the side of the shorts.
And Carroll will win the jump. Jaden Lyman with the basketball. She brings it across the timeline for the Saints. She's looking, getting everything set up. She passes it over to number 25, Brittany Johnson, over to the left side and back out up top to Denny. Denny gets pass off and then gets into the screen. Lyman back over to the right side to Wagner. Wagner to free throw line as she gets it to Denny. Denny on the drive to the left side. Nice. Gets elevated over. A hand off the glass. Good for 2.
Man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs, and they have a little bit of a size disadvantage this game.
Bree King with the basketball. She gets it over to the left side. She gets it over to Paige Holmes. Back to King. King into the paint with the kick out to Lamy. Lamy into the corner. Back up top to Bree King. Bree back over as they work it back into the corner as Lamy goes up the triple and knocks it down from the corner to take the lead 3-2. Full court presentation by the Bulldogs. As they look Lyman to get it across, they break that pretty easily as Dean kicks it into the corner to Wagner. Wagner's going to bring it back out up top as she gets to Denny. Denny over into the corner to Lyman. Lyman goes baseline but then pulls it right back out. Good help defense by the Lady Bulldogs. She gets it back out up top to Johnson. Johnson gets it right into the paint to Lyman. Lyman nowhere to go, is going to dribble out and just puts up kind of a prayer shot, and that'll expire the shot clock. And I think we one of the #1 defenses in the country.
Yeah, you expect to see them come out in that press, and nice to see how this Carroll team broke that so quickly, but they did a good job of transitioning into the half-court defense as well.
King across the timeline. She gets it over to Holmes on the left side. Back to King up top. A little dribble drive penetration. Kick back out to Lamy. Lamy's going to take the left side and then kick back over to the right elbow. Back up top to King. King over to the right semicircle. Back to Lamy. Very deliberate in the offense so far as Lamy gets it down to Holmes. Down low to Cooper. Cooper with the left hand. Too strong. No good. Gets knocked around and finally pulled down by Lamy.
Great hustle.
That's definitely a hustle rebound. Baseline. Nice pass to Cooper on the other side.
And you got to give that
write
one
it up
to
better.
Lamy. Give that one to Lamy for the hustle on getting the loose ball, able to get an open play.
And you can definitely see that the Lady Bulldogs are here to play. Not like they aren't always, but In years past, sometimes you have that little bit of letdown, and not here. Their defense is locked in and ready to go. It's 5-2, and then they go right down to their player, Hannah Dean on the block, left hand off the glass.
Great footwork
Easy
coming
peasy.
through the middle of the key right there with Hannah Dean up over the right shoulder.
You get Dean on the block, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Down low, nice. Give and go down the baseline. Blocked by Dean, but they're going to call a foul on her.
And Hannah Dean looks like she took a hard shot to the mouth. Maybe bleeding, but on the side, getting it looked at. Came through on the help. Britt Cooper right on the baseline. Good pass. I think it was Lamy on the pass. And Britt Cooper went up, got the contact. Hard foul. Didn't even come close to making it, but looks like Hannah Dean got hit in the teeth or something. She's looking at him. Maybe lost a tooth. And
That's tough. That's she's definitely not going to be out for long, but doesn't feel good.
No.
Checking in will be Taylor Salonen. She's a 6'1" junior out of Glacier High School in Kalispell, Montana. So as they tend to Dean, looked like it almost was a clean block, to be honest with you. I'm glad it wasn't, but
yeah, it looked. I think that Cooper tried to draw the foul using her body there. And
Cooper hits the first. With 7:13 left here in the first. Both free throws made by Cooper make it 7-4 Lady Bulldogs.
And a little bit of history between those players in the past. They played together in against each other in C.
Class C, two of the best players Class C has seen in quite a while. Paige Holmes, also a Class C player out of Sealy. So they work it down to the left side and then trying to work it back out up top to Lyman. Lyman's going to work down the left side and then back out up top to Wagner. Wagner to Lyman, getting it into the block. Shot goes up high off the glass by Christine Denny, the 5'9" sophomore point guard. And you wouldn't know she was a point guard with the way she boxed out. I mean, got her back to the basket.
Pretty nice to be 5'9" and play the point guard position.
Through the hands of Lamy and out of bounds, so it'll actually be Fighting Saint basketball.
And these Saints running a bit of a different defense. Looks like kind of a matchup zone, and they're really making sure they don't give Bree King openings.
Well, and that team's going to keep fighting. The reach from behind could have went either way. They're calling it pretty tight early.
Yeah, they are, and that's a play where, you know, that's where the press can get you tip passes or balls right there. Unfortunately, Bree King drawing the foul.
And I believe the stats, at least from the charity stripe, do favor Carroll. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by King, missed by Wagner. King's going to get right into it as she goes behind the back, gets tripped up, no call. Back the other way to Lyman. Lyman off the left side gets blocked by Lamy.
Hustle.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a play right there. Lamy getting back on transition defense, getting the block. Paige Holmes hustles down as the ball's going out of bounds, saves it in off of a Carroll player. So just a great hustle play, and that's what an intense defense is going to do. It's going to give you momentum.
And it was nice to see. I mean, Lamy so far has been a huge difference maker this early in the ball game. As King has the basketball, they're doing what they can to deny her. But I think we all know when push comes to shove, she's going to do some closing one way or the other. King gets into the paint, and they finally get a reach. This time it's going to be on Brittany Johnson, I believe, the 5'7" senior.
With the handle that King has, you know, it's only a matter of time before she starts to get to the rim and draw those fouls. And that's where this Carroll College team's going to get in trouble if they're drawing a lot of fouls.
And she just wears down whoever's defending her. Lamy, shot goes up by Anderson, in and out, no good. They crash. Lamy with the board, back up the left hand, no good. Gets her own, back up, can't get it to go. Britt Cooper with the rebound, too strong, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Johnson back the other way as she gets it across the timeline. Always tough to get those offensive boards and not come up empty.
Yeah, 3 offensive boards that possession and just couldn't get one to go.
Picked off by Lamy, picked over by Paige Holmes. Holmes gets it right back on the pass, and that's just good quality basketball right there.
In transition, catches it one hand, palms it right back to Paige Holmes. Great pass from Brianna King.
Back the other way. These ladies are playing extremely well together, Lady Bulldogs. Lyman back the other way. The handoff as she gets it to Johnson. Johnson gets it in. King saves it. She knocks it away, then saves it. And then back the other way come the Lady Bulldogs with Anderson. Anderson looks for a shot, no good. Pulls it down, gets to King. King piles up the three, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down there by Wagner. Wagner back the other way for the Fighting Saints. She gets it across the timeline. She looks down the left side, switches back right on the screen, gets the right back to Denny. Denny gets picked up quickly by Lamy. She does dribble drive penetration, gets to free throw line to Wagner. Wagner gets to the side, shot too strong by Denny. Rebound pulled down by Anderson. Anderson to King. King across the timeline. Good defense. They're playing good help defense right now.
Inspiring defense. You can see a lot of chatter on the defensive side for the Montana Western.
Holmes goes baseline, tries to force it in. It's picked off there by Salonen. Salonen's going to hand the ball off to Lyman. Lyman will bring it up and walk it across the timeline. She sets up the offense. And then Carroll's actually one of the old school teams where all the shoes match.
All the Nikes, looks like.
Back to the left side, does the up and under. Good job by Anderson, but she's able to get her own as Salonen kicks it back out to Lyman. Lyman restarts the offense, gets to Salonen. Salonen to Anderson.
Looks like
I think they got Lamy on that one.
Yeah, coming off the screen, just a little bit too much contact. It's going to be a foul on Sierra Lamy.
So with 3:49 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard here in the first, Bulldogs lead 9-6. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Oh, that tooth play just kind of gave me, I got hit in the tooth. Like I have one of my front teeth. See how that's a little darker?
Did you get it knocked out?
I don't know.
Because if you do, you want to get that back in because then it can regrow. But if you don't right away,
and
you're rolling fakey.
Oh yeah, mine I just had to get the root canal, but I'm going to have to get a fake one here at some point.
Are you?
I'm sure something. I just hate
Sammy Bignell had her tooth knocked out, was gone for like 5 or 6 minutes, came back, played with the tooth out. I'm like, you're crazy.
Oh,
they had a team that I don't know how lost games with Bignell and Alicia Wilson, I think was her name.
Oh yeah, that's like the team they always talk about. That
and I'm like, how
they have like a nickname for
them.
They have like a nickname for that team. Like
it was a great team to watch. I don't know what they were all really good basketball players, great girls.
I remember hearing one of the Bignells talking about how, you know, I'm sure
great
Sammy
team.
would
Fun
talk
to watch.
about them. And that's Kevin was coaching then?
Yeah, I believe so. Just before Coach took over. Great group of girls, though. I mean, just fun to watch them warm up. Seem to have really good banter.
Oh, yeah.
All new collection of candles, sugar scrubs, and bath bombs, as well as lotions, body butters, bath salts, and soaps. You can find it all here at Rocky Mountain Supply, your one-stop shop for all your clothing.
Carroll with the basketball gets knocked away and picked up by Shy. Shy gets to Bignell. Bignell across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. Looks down the right side. Back over to Lamy. Lamy on the left side. She looks into the corner. Nothing doing. She gets it knocked away, though. And finally finds its way to Salonen. Salonen back the other way. She hands the ball off to Johnson. Johnson restarts the offense for the Fighting Saints. She gets over to the left side working on Shannon Worcester. Shot goes up. No good. That was the first shot taken by Emma Madsen, the sophomore out of Great Falls. Back the other way comes Bignell. Bignell down the left side, looking for a little bit of help. Gets it over to the right side. Oh, back into the corner by Worcester. Worcester's going to try baseline, gets cut off. Gets it back out up top to Holmes. Holmes is going to go down the right side. Dishes down low to Shy. Shy with the seal off, goes up left-handed off the glass. Good to go.
Great pass inside, and that's from Paige Holmes on the drive-in dish.
What I like that I'm seeing right now is they're not settling for shots. And back the other way comes Lyman. Lyman gets to about free throw line, shots up and good.
And
you can tell if she's open, she'll hit it.
Savannah Bignell following right there. Thought she was going to get a block, still knocks down the jumper, and you're exactly right. No hesitation.
Bignell to Worcester, back to Bignell. Over to Worcester on the left side. Looking to set up the offense, look for a screen from Shy. Back to Bignell. Bignell's going to attack, kick it over to Worcester in the corner. Worcester goes baseline with the goes down the baseline, switches from left to right off the glass, good for two.
And very quick guard. I love to see these two guards coming in off the bench.
And yeah, it's no let up. It's just they still keep coming at you in waves. Coach is deep. I mean, to be able to bring Worcester and Bignell in and really not lose much. Rebound by Shy. Shy to Bignell. Bignell. Over to the left side to Worcester. Worcester with the penetration down the right side. Up off the glass, no good, but she is hacked in the act. So she'll go to the charity stripe. How nice is it you bring a second unit in and you're not giving up too much, and you have a superstar like Bree King.
Yeah, you can see this defense for the Carroll College Saints switched up too. They went straight to man after Bree King comes out, and they probably are doing that zone just to keep her from being out of the inside.
Back iron no good by Worcester. King and Anderson check back in. Holmes is going to check out, and Laney will check out. Shiza actually done a really good job this year reinventing her game and coming in here as a senior and really putting the work in. You can tell that she worked on a lot of things she wanted to and got better.
Yeah, I actually talked to her, and she said she had a big emphasis on getting in really good shape so she could run the floor well, and she definitely did that over the summer, running a lot more, and she just runs the floor well for a big.
Worcester with the second made. Lady Bulldogs now lead 14-8, 1:35 left here in the first quarter in the 8 versus 4 national battle. They move it around the perimeters. They get it into the hands of Johnson. Over to the left side to Wagner, back to Johnson. Johnson's going to reset the offense with 7 on the shot clock. She gets to Lyman. Hannah Dean is checked back in. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Worcester. Worcester gets it and is streaking Bignell, but too far in front of her.
And
you gotta like it when your guards can board too.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and not even the biggest of guards, you know, pretty small guards, but just the aggression to run in there and try to get the loose ball.
They get it to Wagner. Wagner gets cut off, tries to get it.
And the Montana Western Bulldogs
I
did
agree
a
with
great
Coach
job.
on this one. It looks like, to me, she tried to throw it off her foot, and they called it on a kick. Oh, they do keep it with the Bulldogs, though.
Nice
But we had
trap.
a fast break on that.
Yeah, it would have been an open layup for Bree King.
Back to Bree, has an open look, gets it back over to Wagner. Shot goes up by Worcester, and she buries the triple.
Shannon Worcester came in feeling it off the bench.
Like, how many teams does Worcester start for?
Probably most teams in the conference at this point.
I mean, that's a baller right there. You're just bringing waves at people. And back out up top as they get the basketball in the hands of Madsen. Madsen, the lefty, gets it over up top to Wagner. Wagner down the right side, picked right back up by Bignell. As they get up, you got a lot of speed out there, you know, with King and Bignell and Worcester all on the floor at the same time. Lyman and Anderson fighting for it. And shot clock violation again. I mean, we're not talking a team that doesn't play good basketball.
No.
You're getting shot clock violations on Carroll.
Yeah, which is a very impressive. A team that usually doesn't turn the ball over much and never has a hard time scoring. I'm sure having Hannah Dean out for most of this first quarter is definitely playing an effect in that.
King with the basketball, brings down the right side over to Anderson. Anderson with 7 seconds, gets to Shy, to Worcester. Worcester to Bignell. Bignell for 3, no good. And that'll do it. So after 1 quarter of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Lady Bulldogs lead 17-8. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
You know that Devers Excavation and Aquatics are proud supporters of the Dillon Beavers and Western Bulldogs. But did you know that they also support many youth and community programs? You know that Devers specializes in pond, stream restoration, and water flow. But did you know that they are experts in irrigation products, foundations?
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Did anybody say anything to you about giving a feed?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We got it.
Okay.
KCAP 95.9 FM.
I got the sheet here. I didn't know if you had one.
Nope, we'll mention it right after. It was my bad. We have it out here. We got it on Thursday.
We want to express our gratitude for your continued support of student success.
Ooh, Chiefs won. 31-13.
Kind of saw that coming. Especially early, they just didn't have that rhythm on the Colts side.
Yeah.
If you'd like to learn more
Mahomes had it going early, and so did the running game. And
anytime Tyreek is having long plays.
At Jerry West's Les Schwab Tire Center, when somebody needs their brakes checked, they check them for free. He is involved in the crew figure no matter how nice a set of tires they sell you might be. They're not worth much. They don't stop and you need them to. They'll come in and they'll check your brakes for free and play it straight about what they found and how much it will cost.
10 seconds.
Les Schwab Tire Center, doing the right thing since 1952. Call 683-8884.
the Bulldogs open with a nice pass to Cooper. And now it's picked off again as Anderson knocks it away to King. King goes in with the reverse layup, no good, pulled down by Hannah Dean. Dean gets it across the timeline. She passes it over to Wagner. Wagner on the right side, knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs in the help defense. And thank you for joining us out there in Helen on KCAP 95.9 FM. So the basketball's in the hands of the Fighting Saints. As the Fighting Saints have the basketball as they look to inbound.
Good to see Hannah Dean back in. Looks like she has a mouth guard in now.
And she's kind of caught in the key, got out just in time. Kick out to the corner, shot goes up. Somehow got the top of the glass and is able to bury it.
Great shot, Sienna Swanik from the corner, and it looked like a bank too from the corner. You don't see that very often.
Very top of the glass bank too. So back over to the side, the good guy's side. So they get it way cross corner pass over to Worcester. Worcester to Anderson. Anderson over to the left side to Worcester. 8 on the shot clock as they get it to King down low. King puts it up, no good. And Bulldogs doing a lot of damage, 19-11 here, without really King being active scoring so far. But Hannah Dean looks like she's feeling just as well. Pulled down a couple boards there and really kept it in her situation. Almost sounds like we're fading. There we go. Wagner with the basketball. She gets it to Dean. Dean at the free throw line. Dribble drive penetration by Swanik. Swanik gets it to go.
Great
Swanik's
pass.
been steady off the bench.
Yeah, on the drive there, just got the help defense, dropped it off for the easy layup. Great play from Swanik.
They get it over to the right elbow. Back over to the left side. They get it over to King. Into the corner to Cooper. Cooper back out up top to Worcester. Worcester back to Cooper. It goes baseline. And step aside out to Bignell. Bignell for 3. Back iron. Worcester pulls the rebound but gets knocked free and picked away by Hannah Dean. Dean with the pass all the way to Wagner. Wagner on the left side. Gets it back out up top to Denny. Denny sets up the offense for the Carroll College Fighting Saints. Gets the screen and roll by Dean, but then does the turnaround. Rims out. Nice move down the middle by Denny. Comes up empty though. Anderson with the basketball and back the other way as she gets to King. King drives, penetration, up, off the glass, and good to go.
Great defense from Swanik, and they're doing a great job of stopping Bree King from getting easy layups. She's had a tough time getting to the rim today.
King does such a good job of using her body to keep someone that's taller from jumping above her. Gets into him with the body and then still is athletic enough to pull back and put that shot up off the glass. 21-13, Lady Bulldogs lead with 7 minutes left in the half. Basketball with the Carroll College Fighting Saints. Up top with Wagner, she sets it up with Dean. Dean at free throw line, goes down the right side, gets blocked by Cooper, but she's fouled. Good job by Cooper on the left-handed block.
Yeah, and I think Dean probably a little hungry after having to sit for a few minutes. At the high post, she's been getting a lot of touches in the last few possessions. She definitely wants to attack from there and put some pressure on these bigs.
Dean also a volleyball stud. Just a good athlete. Good pickup by Carroll. Obviously, most of the time you think of most of the athletes that go to Carroll are pretty smart people as well. That's going to be the first on Bignell. Valuable minutes off the bench for her as well. Shots up and good, both of them by Dean.
Looks like Carroll College is coming out in the press as well now.
Oh, King with the rare turnover. And they give it right back. And they give it right back with the unforced error, so it'll be Bulldog basketball. Looks like they're going to press once again, but I think they're a little close to readier for it. I mean, you got some ball handlers in here.
And it looks like Coach is having a conversation with the referee. Now we're going.
And then they get it across to Cooper. Cooper and Lamy actually are pretty darn good ball handlers as well for forwards. Bree in and out. Lamy with another rebound. Kick back out to King. King slows it down, set up the offense as she gets it to Paige Holmes. Holmes into the corner. Gets knocked away. Out of the hands of Cooper.
And now the defensive game goes over to the Carroll College side, and this zone that they're using, just switching everything in order to not give Brandon King any drives.
Back out up top as they get it to Cooper. Cooper to Lamy. Lamy down the left side. Back over to King, and she's going to get called for the travel. I got her a little mesmerized so far.
Bree King been cold from the start of this game.
21-15, Lady Bulldogs lead. 6:17 left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard.
Back up, Laney. You got one over here. Now go up.
They look to inbound. They get the ball into Wagner. Wagner to Swanick. Swanick gets it across the timeline to Olsen. Olsen's going to hand it back off to Swanick. Swanick working on Big Nell. She gets it over to the left side to Wagner. Wagner to the free throw line to Denny. As they work it down low to Hannah Dean. She puts up the hook. No good. Cooper with the rebound. Outlet to King. King brings it across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. She's working down the left side, gets the screen, gets into the paint, with the kick back out to Big Nell. Big Nell down the left side, nice pass. Down low, baseline. Cooper goes under and comes back the right hand off the glass and good for two. They throw it across the timeline to Olsen. They're kind of speeding up their offense is what's happening here. As they get Dean on the block, turn around, shot goes up, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lamy to King. King brings it across the timeline. She gets it over to the right side, gets it back to Lamy. Lamy down the left side with the kick out into the corner to Cooper. Cooper to Big Nell. Big Nell over to King. King pulls it back out as she looks to drive. 8 on the shot clock as they get it to Big Nell. She goes in, but looks like she is fouled on the ground. I believe that's called on Swanick.
Great defense on both sides of the ball right now. This Carroll College team just will not give you any room. They're guarding out past the three-point line.
I'm afraid to call it a clean game after Thursday night when I called it, and then all of a sudden it was a foul fest. Thanks for joining us out there in Helena at KCAP 95.9 FM. They work it over to the left side and back to King. King's going to go baseline. Gets it down low to Cooper. Cooper goes around Dean, but can't finish with the left hand, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Wagner as she brings it to all the way into the key, but then the kick out for 3 missed by Olsen. Rebound pulled down again by Cooper. Cooper to King. King with the basketball, looking for the screen. Turns back. Coach gives a new set of directions to the offense. She gets to Lamy. Lamy to about free throw line to Cooper. Cooper will dribble it back over to the left side. Backdoor cut to King. King off the baseline, up off the glass. She gets the hoop and the harm.
And a great play call by Coach Woolley. You saw they were trying to get the backdoor cut. Britt Cooper was driving across, watching the guards cut. Just got a nice pass to Bree King and that and one layup right after the pass.
4:21 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Lady Bulldogs lead 25-15. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, that was a great read by Coach.
Beaverhead Livestock Auction is a proud sponsor.
I like that play, though, where you kind of get like three consecutive back doors, or they could probably come over it, too.
The Beavers, the Falcons, the Bears, the Panthers, and the Bulldogs. Give Beaverhead Livestock Auction a call today and have them help you market your cattle. Beaverhead Livestock Auction, just 5 miles south of Dillon. Call 683-2002.
You have plenty to worry about when you're managing a business. Your employees are seeking more from their benefits package, and your budget may be tapped. When it comes to finding the right balance to achieve your objectives,
curious to see, because I heard that, I don't know if Troy Scott, if it's true or not, but he might be suspended for this game because they had some meeting and he was like arguing or something. Or, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
That's too bad. And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium, University of Montana Western with the 25-15 lead. Bree King to the charity stripe. Shots up and good. 26-15 Lady Bulldogs.
I think you're exactly right about this Carroll College offense. They tried to speed it up so that the Montana Western can't get set up on D.
And they get it back to the other side, pulled back out by Wagner. Wagner will bring it back out up top as they get it over to the left side to Olsen. Olsen back, shot goes up, 3 is no good. Hannah Dean is an unbelievable boarder.
Yeah, and so strong with the ball. She never turns it over inside. And does a great job of using her body to get that contact. You can see right over the left shoulder. Looks like the shot she likes to shoot. Draws the foul shooting right there off the offensive rebound.
Emma Madsen, the 5'10 sophomore, when she comes in, she's certainly not afraid to shoot. And at 5'10, you can get the three off.
Yeah, you know, you see this Western team, you think they're so long at pretty much every position, and this Carroll College team even looks, you know, bigger. They have 5'10", 6'2", 6'1", a couple 6'1". Good size for the Carroll College Saints.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They certainly have a lot of length as well, and good boarding team as well. Worcester gets it into the corner to Holmes, back up top to Big Nell. Kind of runs into her own player instead of the screen, so they pull it back out. Holmes gets into the paint, goes up too strong. Rebound pulled down by Dean, who's just been dominating the rebounding all of a sudden. Ever since she got back in, she's just been Mrs. Windex. She cleans the glass like no other. Kicked back out, over to the top as they get it to Olsen. Olsen back to Madsen. Madsen's going to pull it back out and go down the right side. She's going to hand it off to Lyman. Lyman to Dean. Dean at free throw line. Takes it left side, gets it up, and good. And Dean's a big, strong gal, but she's also got a quick step on her as well.
And can take a few dribbles from that free throw line area.
Good basketball player. Down low, kick back out to the corner. Lamy steps in, puts the shot up, in and out, no good. Guess who? Dean with the rebound. As they get Lyman, she gets it across the timeline. She looks it down the right side, kicks over, gets it back out up top to Wagner. Wagner hands off as she gets it to Olsen. Shot goes up by Dean, and it's good.
And Hannah Dean starting to feel the heat right now. Multiple buckets in a row for her.
Now it's 26-20 with 2:26 left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. A rare three by Cooper, an air ball. Rebound pulled down by Wagner. Wagner with the handoff to Lyman. Lyman brings it across the timeline. She looks over to the right side looking for the screen on Dean. Dean rolls as she works on Cooper. Gets it over to the right side, a little dribble drive, puts the shot up. Surprised that's a foul call. She kind of went in there a little haphazardly.
Yeah, I think Savannah Bignell coming on the help is the reason they wanted to call that foul. She got some contact on the drive and a bit of a bailout because she was kind of far into her shooting motion already.
And so she'll go to the charity stripe. Shots up and good. I kind of figured she'd be a decent shooter. She was more than happy to shoot threes up, and I mean that in a good way. Just usually your shooters don't tend to struggle from the charity stripe at all, so that's up and good.
5'10 sophomore out of Great Falls, Montana.
26-21, 2:05 left in the half in the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Shots up and good. They'll cut it to a 4-point lead. See some Colsters over there. They got to be a little sad about that, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Taking the 13-31 loss today.
Worcester, gets it knocked away, but is able to get it back, and she's fouled. But I think it's going to go on Taylor Salonen.
And you can see the Saints press now causing some problems. So they said, you guys can press us, but we're going to give you a little bit of your own medicine.
Well, and, you know, this is what great basketball games are about, like a heavyweight fight. You take my punches, I'll take yours, and here we are, 26-22. Knocked away. Worcester gets it back from Lyman. Back to King. King with the basketball. She puts her on skates, and then the kick out to Worcester. Worcester gets it into the corner, and then back over to Anderson. Anderson gets the give and go. Nice pass, but can't finish is Holmes. The kick back out is to Worcester as they get a new shot clock. Worcester back over to the left side to King. King for three. In and out, no good. Just can't seem to get her going. A rebound pulled down by Swanick. Swanick brings it across the timeline. Little hesitation, and then down low with the nice pass. Keeps it high to Salonen. Salonen off the glass, good for two.
Swanick doing a great job on both sides of the ball right now. She's been guarding Bree King and Shannon Worcester on the defensive side.
So it's a 16-9 run here in the second half. Work it around over to the left side. They work it down into the block. A little kick out to King. Back to Worcester. Worcester with the dribble drive penetration. Left side up off the glass. And she's like a microwave. She's instant offense.
Yeah, and she uses her body just like King. Get that layup even though she's an undersized player.
How nice is it to play with a superstar like that? Kick back out to Swanek. Swanek gets it back out. Dribble drive by Denny down the right side. She's able to finish off the glass. Good for two, and that'll make it 28-26 Bulldogs. 21 seconds left on the shot clock. They can hold it for the last shot if they want to, and it looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Probably see her go at about 10 seconds, I would think. So kick out over to Holmes, back to King. King into the corner, and it's an unforced error.
And looks like the Carroll College crowd right now is animated with the defense they've been playing, locking down the second quarter.
Good now for King. They look to inbound, and it's picked off by Cooper. Cooper finishes strong off the right side, and that's the way you wrote it up, right?
Yeah, that's the way you want the half to end. Get the crowd excited for the Bulldogs on the quick and easy steal and lay-in for Britt Cooper.
And what an exciting first half of play here at Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs 30, the Carroll College Lady Fighting Saints 26. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the Papa T's halftime show. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Right. Built Montana. From fishing on the Big Hope.
We're on the B board. Is that why it's not so quiet?
I guess so. I don't know.
We hear you perfectly. It's just the ads weirdly
Check
are
out the miles per gallon.
coming in.
Powertrain warranty and horsepower.
It's okay. We can work with it. Did the girls win over there?
Get a better truck.
The boys lost. The girls are playing at the moment.
Oh, they're doing the switch. Okay. What's the count to the boys' game?
I'm not sure.
That's no good.
Tell
They're
you
struggling.
about NutriSource dog food.
Yeah.
About a year ago or so, we got a cute poodle from the animal shelter. She had a bad coat and stomach problems. I was at Lakeland Feeds for their open house, and they recommended we try NutriSource dog food. Our poodle did great, so we started feeding the same to our 8-year-old golden retriever. After 4 months on NutriSource, our dogs were healthier than they have ever been. I would recommend NutriSource for your dog. Stop by Lakeland Feed and Supply and grab a free sample and find out more.
Tired of paying a lot for store-bought bottles of water? Call the Culligan man. He makes bottles disappear with a Culligan drinking water system. Enjoy great-tasting, triple-filtered drinking water while reducing odors, impurities, and chlorine taste. All for just a few cents a glass. Call Culligan now and make all those bottles disappear. Culligan, better water.
All right, the boys lost 67-65.
Ouch.
And the girls, at the end of the first quarter, are up 10-5.
Dave's Line Pizza, a total pizza pleaser. Call 683-9004 for taste-tempting, pizza-licious, fantastic, incredibly delicious Dave's Line Pizza.
Yeah, that 67-65, that was a last-second shot.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, no.
It was going to go into overtime, but some kid from Hamilton just swung up a desperation shot and went in.
That's killing us.
Takeout, all-day delivery, 683-9004.
1 minute.
Winner gets a Bulldog Athletics t-shirt. All right, on me. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, cheer them on. Come on, let's go. Cheer them on. There we go. Get it up.
And local activity. Fans IGA's commitment to makes it a great place to shop. Fans IGA, Dylan,
Oh, we got one over here. We got one.
Last out.
Doesn't your team have Oklahoma City tonight? Is that right? Thunder, Spurs?
They may have it. I haven't looked at their deal. You got to dunk that thing if you get it up there.
10 seconds.
You got to dunk Anger management? You seen that?
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it for a long time now.
You got to dunk that. And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs lead 30-26 and welcome to the Papa T's halftime show, home of the world-famous taco pizza and all Angus beef. Two defenses really showing up. We kind of seemed like we had it going on a little early, but that certainly changed after a little bit of while. Hannah Dean had to sit for a few minutes. She came back strong. I think finished with 9 and 6, and she could have had a few more boards than that. Those 6 seemed like they all came in a row too.
Yeah, right there in the second quarter, Hannah Dean definitely made her presence known. That you know, a little tooth injury isn't going to hurt me. I'm going to be back, and she's a physical player. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely, and then Brianna King not starting out like her usual self, a little 2 of 7. She got into the paint, had a few assists, but I think matched it in turnovers, or at least was pretty close. Struggled a little bit from shooting, but at the same time, the defense looked fantastic, and you know the shooting will come around. These ladies are just too good at offense to really worry about that, but us as fans love it. It was a great basketball game, 2 very well-coached teams, 2 very talented teams as well, and both of them go extremely deep as well.
Yeah, these coaches both did a great job. Coach Rachel Sayers bringing in a tough defense here. I thought their half-court defense is what really impressed me. The way that they're switching their guards, you know, it's kind of like a 2-3 zone, but they're also, you know, manning up and getting right outside the three-point line, ensuring no drives. And I think that that's really been the game changer on the defensive side for them.
Well, we got a little bit of a stat sheet here, so I'll let you go ahead and start with Carroll.
For the Carroll College Fighting Saints, Hannah Dean, like you said, 9 points, 6 rebounds in just 12 minutes. 2 points for Jaden Lyman. She also got a steal and an assist. 1 assist and a steal to go along with 3 rebounds for Danielle Wagner. 8 points and an assist for Christine Denny, who's done a great job on the offensive end. 1 rebound for both Brittany Johnson and Taylor Salonen. And 3 points, a rebound, and 2 assists for Sienna Swanek, who's also done a great job on the defensive side. They shot 10 of 23 from the field and 1 of 6 from the three-point line and 5 of 6 from the free throw. Like you said, a good free throw shooting team. On the other side of things, Montana Western, Britt Cooper doing most of the scoring, 10 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal on 16 minutes. Great game from her so far. 3 points and 5 rebounds for Sierra Lema. She's also got a block to go along with it. 2 points, 2 assists, a rebound for Paige Holmes, and Brianna King has 5 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and a steal as well, with an assist for Tori Anderson. And Shannon Worcester, the spark plug off the bench, 8 points, 2 rebounds for her on 12 minutes of play. Savannah Bignell also has a rebound, and Darby Shai got in on the scoring, 2 points, a rebound, and a steal for her. They shot 12 of 29, 40% from the field, and 2 of 9 from the three-point line, so just 20% from the three-point, and 4 of 5 from the free throw.
I really like what we saw out of a couple of bench players. Worcester doing fantastic. I think you're going to see a little bit more in the second half, though. I'd like to see a little bit more Paige Holmes. She does such a great job for us. I'd like to see her kind of step up a little bit. Not that she's not playing well, but she's just such a good force at scoring. And then a lot more Shannon Worcester. She's done a great job, especially off the bench there. Haven't really seen much of Tori Anderson. In fact, she hasn't really fired up too many threes, so look for her. And then, of course, King, really to get going there. Both the forwards do such a great job. I mean, Lamey, her stats don't show everything that she's done, but she's kept a lot of balls alive. Good hustle, played really good defense. Her and Cooper do just such a fantastic job. And if they're going to really slow down Hannah Dean at all, it's usually going to be those two that are going to have a steady diet of that as well.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right when you say Tori Anderson get some shots up. I think both her and Sierra Lamey, they can get a few threes to go and then, get this offense going a little bit more. It's going to spread out that defense and get a lot more inside looks for players like King, Cooper. So I think if you see them warm up from out there behind the line, you'll see that. And on the other side of things, they're going to stay with Hannah Dean, and Denny is really impressing me on the offensive side. The way that she can drive the ball and draw fouls and even just get to the rim off the dribble. And she's 5'10", so that's impressive to see that. Going to be a great second half of action.
Yeah, no, actually they got some good players off the bench like you were saying as well. Really in the limited time that we saw Emma Madsen, she seems to be not afraid to shoot the basketball. So she's a shooter. I think she fired up 2 right away. And then Sienna Samick, she seemed like she was, Swanek really felt like she had a lot to add to this basketball game as well. So don't sleep on the Carroll College Fighting Saints, but also the determination, the X's and O games are happening right now. So we look to see what adjustments were made at halftime. We'll take a short break. Thanks again for joining us out there in Helena at KCAP 95.9 FM. We'll take about a 4-minute break, let everyone get refueled for the second half. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
In life, there are typically 3 types of dreamers.
I think
those who want to
Carroll, with their basketball program, they just, if you have really long arms and you're really tall, but you can also play guard.
Right.
It's like, how do all of their teams have that?
Determination and sacrifice it takes to make your dreams come true. That's why we're with you.
She's a good coach too. They're always a well coached team as well.
Your dreams.
Did you know?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long Woolley sticks around here. Because he's a great coach, I think. Even being in his practices, I think he does a great job.
Absolutely.
I learn a lot. And he does a really good job of, like, making sure that his team understands what he's trying to get them to look at, kind of thing, which I think is hard.
So is it crazy the thing? I mean, he's only 48 and 57 in conference.
Oh, wow.
Ari Miller & Sons knows that your land depends on solid understanding of water and dirt. At Ari Miller, this understanding is fundamental to their work as they take on your
University of Providence is 13th in the country, but they're 2-4 in our conference.
To large commercial projects.
Crazy, huh?
If you're looking for an excavating firm with integrity, ingenuity, and experience, call Ari Miller & Sons.
I think the Carroll lady came in just a year before Coach did. Coach just before Sayers. Sayers came in, I think, just before. Maybe, what is it? How long has she been here?
8. I think it said 8 season.
So that would make sense. And then 7 for Woolley.
But I was talking to Dom yesterday about the boys team, and he's like, it's just kind of sad to watch. Like, he said they were down 20, and then they hit 4 threes in a row, and then Troy was in, and Dom was like, like he wanted to get in on it, came down and just kind of shot a not very good dribble pull-up 3, missed that, and then they came down, hit a 3, and then he had a drive where he could have kicked, and instead he just drove and tried to get the layup. So I don't know. But apparently they have like player meetings where they each talk to the coach, and they had a disagreement in that. So
he did with Coach?
Yeah. Game.
Valley, the leader in precision irrigation.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western with the 30-26 advantage. And just look to see a little bit more of King this quarter. I mean, everything else seems to be running just fine. The defense is looking good. I'd really like to see how I think he probably put something in for that press a little bit. It did give us a little bit of a slowdown there.
Yeah, I expect to see something to get King, you know, an easy bucket maybe out of that press or just in the half court. If you can get her, watch one go through, and then, you know, hopefully she can make a few more throughout the rest of the game.
Well, both teams are used to shooting a lot better than this, but they're also used to locking down their opponent. So we'll see what gives here in the second half as the University of Montana Western number 4 seed. However, number 2 in the conference, maybe number 4 nationally, but you want to win the conference, get the seed, move on from there. And this helps too, I mean, to go into that tournament to beat these ranked teams.
Yeah.
So right now we stand 30-26, Bulldogs lead. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Sandy Tyler with Carroll Tyler's Beaverhead Motors. We've been serving people in the greater Dillon area for over 15 years, finding the right vehicle that fits their Montana lifestyle.
So,
for us, it's not just about selling the vehicles, it's about providing an experience that is as seamless as possible. In fact, we've recently added a lifetime warranty program to better serve our customers
you can't do it, right?
vehicle ownership. Stop by today
I don't
for a
think
new
so.
You
Chevrolet
just
Buick or
cannot be
GMC
fashionable as a
at
guy unless you just wear
675
jeans and,
North
and a button
Check
up
us
or
out
Jeans or
online at
shorts.
beaverheadmotors.com.
I usually wear shorts too.
Red Hot Buys to get you through this cold winter month. Red Hot Buys.
Unless those guys don't get it, we're lucky we get dressed occasionally by ourselves.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one free. And Red Hot Buys on birdseed to help those.
It's amazing. I mean, seriously, women could put together a lot of combos and you're like, oh, that's nice outfit.
Yeah.
Guy like, I don't match. Like, darn it.
Smoke alarm or carbon monoxide.
Yeah, and I'm not much of a shopper either, so it's like, I'm like, well, I guess I'll just try to make this whatever I can get pulled out of here. I don't know.
Let's get it working. And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western leads 30-26, and we'll open the third quarter. Carroll with the basketball. They'll be going left to right on your dial as the quick inbound goes right into number 10, Christine Denny. Denny gets to Dean. Dean with the handoff as they work it back out up top to Wagner. Wagner working on Holmes, gets it over to Lyman. Lyman for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Anderson. Anderson pushes it up and across the timeline. And she puts it up, front iron, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down there by Wagner. Wagner's going right at King with the mismatch. However, the help D got down there quickly. They work it down low to Dean. It gets knocked away by Anderson. King's going to get it up and push it. That's one way to beat the press every time. Don't let them score.
Yeah, and the quick double on Hannah Dean, so maybe that's something Coach talked about at halftime, not allowing her the inside touches.
Cooper at free throw line as she kicks it back out to King. King down the right side. Puts Lyman on skates and then goes up a little too strong off the front iron, no good. Cooper with the rebound, the putback, and she misses, but she's hacked in the act. So she'll go to the charity stripe. The only other thing you can do with a player like Hannah Dean is try to hope to get her in foul trouble too as well.
Yeah, and offensive rebounds are always going to help. It's always an energy booster for your team. Britt Cooper has had a few possessions where she's got multiple offensive rebounds, so probably a double-double watch on Cooper and Dean both.
Cooper puts it in, drops it down. Lyman called for that foul, her second first team foul of the half. Shots up and good. So Cooper, much improved from the charity stripe. 32-26 Lady Bulldogs. Basketball in the hands of Lyman. Kind of a soft press there. Lyman brings it across the timeline, looking down the right side. Looks over to the left, is able to hook up with Wagner. Wagner gets it into the paint to Dean. Dean and the kick out to Lyman. Lyman for 3, it's up and good.
And Lyman looks like a shooter. You can see coming out in the second half, she's looking to get to her shot. That's the second 3 she's looked at. And that
she
one,
really didn't have to think about that.
Nothing but net. Great form.
King with the basketball, gets a screen from Anderson. Gets picked up quickly, so gets it into Lamy. Lamy picked up on the double team, kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes with the air ball, rebound pulled down by Wagner. Wagner to Lyman. Lyman sprints it up across the timeline, gets to about free throw line, then pulls it back out for the Fighting Saints. Gets it over to the right side. She gets it in the hands of Wagner. To the charity stripe, back out in the corner. Shot goes up, and it's good.
With a hand in her face.
Brittany Johnson with the buried bucket.
Running out there to put her hand up, and they knock down the 3 anyways. This Carroll College offense looking great here in the second half.
And it's all tied up considering we only had 1 lead change King with the basketball, gets it up and gets it to go.
So
she gets active like that.
So good at using that vertical.
And she can just score in numbers when she gets going. And back the other way on the steal from Holmes. Holmes going right at Lyman and tries to force it to King. I think Lyman kicked it.
And Lyman playing really well here in the second half on defense. There was such good transition defense by faking that she was going to go at Holmes, but still knocking away the pass.
She looks pretty energized. Out to Lamy. Lamy gets into the paint. You could have called it on either. They're going to call it on Wagner, but I think you could have got a reach on Johnson there too.
It looks like these refs are going to start cracking down on contact on the drive. Can't be pushing your body weight on the offensive player.
Inbound goes to Lamy. Lamy's going to pull it out. She'll go down the left side, kicks it into the corner to Holmes. Holmes gets to about free throw line and goes to King. King picked up by Lyman. Step back three, front iron no good. Rebound pulled down by Dean. Dean's going to bring it across and pass it down low. Gets a nice pass, but not being able to finish was Denny. So back the other way come the Lady Bulldogs as King has the basketball. Gets it onto the block. Nice pass to Cooper. Cooper down the right side, up off the glass, good to go.
And set the screen for Bree King. She went off of it. Her defender fell down. And then when Cooper rolled off, there was no help. Great pass, screen and roll.
And the basketball into the hands of Wagner. Wagner brings it down the left side as she hands it off. I'm not sure where the foul was called on that. I think it was Johnson, though, on the finish.
Looks like it's going to be on Tori Anderson. Tried to take the charge.
That's Anderson's first, second team foul. And it looks like we got two checking in, Darby Shy and I believe Bignell. Yep, that'd be Bignell. And so Anderson and Britt Cooper check out. 36-33, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. 6:36 left here in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Johnson for second, and it's up and good. So the inbound goes into King. She's picked up on the trap pressure. They get it to the middle and then to Holmes. Holmes goes up strong. She's fouled. So it's going to be Denny on the foul.
And Montana Western been on the free throw line 3 or 4 times already here since half. So we'll see if these fouls start to play a role in getting any of these Carroll players in foul trouble.
Just the first on Denny. Holmes knocks down the freebie. Third team foul, first on Denny. Shots up and back iron, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Dean. She gets it over to Lyman. Lyman scoots it across the timeline into the corner. She gets to Wagner. Wagner back out up top to Lyman. Lyman over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson gets to the free throw line. The kick back out to Wagner. Wagner with the drive and gets to go on the scoop under layup.
From a long 2 steps for the layup. Gets some contact. Tough shot, but gets it to go.
37-36 Lady Bulldogs. They have the basketball. She gets it back out up top to Lamy to King. King gets into the paint. Bounce pass. Looks like Shy was standing on the line, so it'll be Carroll College basketball.
Ill-advised pass. Bree King just hasn't been in rhythm on the offensive side yet today.
Gets it to Dean. Dean's kind of the ultimate press breaker.
Yeah, very high IQ player.
And they get it over to Dean. Dean working on Shy. She'll take it down the left side. And then she'll work it back into the hands of Johnson. Johnson over to the left side. Shot goes up, in and out, no good. I believe last touch by Carroll, so it'll be Bulldog basketball. Christine Denny with the shot and miss. So the inbound goes to King. Bulldogs still with the 1-point advantage. 5:22 left in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. King over to the left side as she gets it to Holmes. Holmes looks for the screen from Shy. Rolls it out to Lamy. Lamy into the corner to King. King's going to get into the paint. It's picked up by 3 people as they get it to Bignell. Bignell to Lamy. Lamy for 3, and she buries it.
And it looks like Carroll College switched to the zone there.
That's certainly one of the things that's improved on Lamy's game this year.
Yeah, the catch and shoot. If she has time, she's going to knock it down. She's been very consistent.
They get her over to Johnson on the left side, goes on the drive with the left hand, no good. Rebound knocked around, finally knocked to King. King's going to bring it up on the right side across the timeline. She gets right to the free throw line to Big Nell. Big Nell take it over to the right side, then get it down low to Shy. Shy looking for the cutter. Gets it down low to Lamy, nowhere to go. Picked up by 3 people. Finally falls into the hands of Shy. A lot of activity down there as they get it baseline. And then the kick out kind of let him play on there. Pretty physical.
Yeah, a lot of tip balls right there. And Paige Holm going to the ground with Dean.
Lyman back out to Dean. She gets it right back to her so they can reset the offense. Lyman with the basketball and 16 on the shot clock. Gets it into Denny. And then down low with the nice cut by Johnson, who finished on the left side with the left hand off the glass. Good for 2.
Got the screen on the baseline cut and just wide open. Good execution, Carroll College.
King with the basketball on the left side, picked up by 2 people. Got to be an open look. Gets to Holmes. Holmes gets it into the paint to Big Nell. Gets the cut down low as they get it to Lamy. I think they're going to get Wagner on the reach.
And Wagner not happy with that call. Playing tough D on Sarah Lamy. Just gets a little contact on the drive, on the cut actually.
So 40-38, 3:43 left here in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, that was a pretty physical possession there.
Absolutely.
But our offense just, like, they really haven't had this much trouble, I don't think, yet this year.
No.
Starting at just $4. 3 deals meant to satisfy any level of hunger. From hungry-ish to hungry to straight up hangry. Meet your new hanger management system today. The Hungry Up Deal, only at your daycare. This is fancy, not fast food.
Uh-oh. Cowboys are down.
Yeah, but they got the ball on the Rams 29.
Landscaping projects, plowing snow this winter, and anything in between. They start at 23 horsepower and go all the way up to 66 horsepower. If you got a job for it, they make an attachment to make life easier on you. Don't worry about having to work on it either. Dylan, 10 seconds. Call or stop by Frontline Ag today to find out more or schedule a demo to see how versatile these machines are.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western with the 40-38 advantage. 3:43 left here in the third quarter. And excellent basketball game. Great adjustments by the coaches. Talented people. It looks like the Cowboys just scored, so that's good too. Back out up top as they get it over to Lamy on the left side. She's looking for an opening. She gets to the free throw line, nice cut, but then good help defense there too by Swanek. And they go back out to Worcester, who's been great offensively. She kicks it out, the three's up and good by Big Nell.
And there's Worcester on the drive, spin move. Got the help from, it was Big Nell's defender, kicked it out for the 3.
Yeah, that was just well put together, well executed with the kick out. So that worked out pretty good. Now Hannah Dean with the basketball, she works it into the paint. And then back out to Lyman. Lyman over to the right side as she gets it. Oh.
And it looks like a push on Britt Cooper. She was getting screened by Lyman.
I don't disagree with the flop call. It kind of looked like she sold it, but sold it she did. So that's the first on Cooper. Second team foul on the Bulldogs. And how do you feel that? I mean, do you feel like when you're good at flopping, I mean, that's part of the game, you get it? Or?
Yeah, I think smaller players, too, they know when a bigger person's hitting them, if you kind of flop a little bit, it's going to look a lot worse.
Dean gets it to the cutting mats, and it goes up just a little too much. It gets finally last touched by Carroll. Lamy almost lost the basketball and kind of got rescued there a little bit.
Yeah, tipped around. Hannah Dean on the floor, and she's just such a ball hawk.
Let's go, push! Right, Lamy!
And they get the basketball down here to Lamy. Lamy with the nice extra pass to Cooper. Cooper can't finish, so Lyman comes up with the rebound. She gets it over to the right side. She gets to Swanek, who brings it across the timeline. She's working on Worcester, and that's a tough one. That was a tough
Yeah,
one.
the easy bunnies, the ones you don't want to miss. It's harder than it looks, those easy layups.
Swanek with the mismatch, she thought on Worcester. Worcester holds her own. She comes up with the miss. King comes down with the rebound, and back the other way come the Lady Bulldogs with 2:08 left here in the third quarter. King back down the left side. She gets it over to Worcester. Worcester with the screen from Cooper. Gets to about free throw line. Gives the left hand. It gets knocked away. Luckily right back to Lamy. Lamy to Worcester over to King. King with 9 on the shot clock. Step back 3. Still can't get it to go. No good. Rebound tracked down there by Sienna Swanek. Swanek gets over to the left side and into the hands of Olsen. Olsen brings it over to the right as she gets to Madsen. Madsen goes into the paint. Lamy went up with her, but she must have got her on the body.
Lamy blocking the ball away on the drive. A lot of contact there. Really didn't get by her. Just kind of put the shoulder in the chest. That's what coaches will tell you. If you can just get that shoulder in the chest, you're probably going to draw the foul.
And shots up. 43-38, 39, 43-39 after the made free throw. 1:38 left in the third. Thank you for joining us at KCAP 95.9 FM in Helena. Back to the charity stripe is Emma Madsen. Madsen made the first and knocks down the second. 43-40, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. No press this time as King's going to walk it up and across the timeline. They set up the offense for the Lady Bulldogs. Backdoor cut, and she's able to finish and gets hacked in the act as Britt Cooper gets knocked to the ground. But she's able to finish, and she'll go to this charity stripe for end one. That's a tough gal. You're not gonna do too much to intimidate her.
Yeah, she misses the open layup, but when it gets the contact, the tough shot gets it to go. Luckily for her, good pass from Brianna King finding the open person.
Then misses the free throw. Rebound pulled down by Michaela Olsen. Olsen, a 5'8 senior out of Lewistown, Montana. Back up and across the timeline with Swanek. Swanek's going to go Denny just a little past the free throw line. Then the handoff to Swanek. Back out. Nice pass down low from Denny. And then back out upside. Swanek for 3. It's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by Worcester. Worcester gets right to it. Kick out to King. King with the dribble drive penetration up under off the glass. And good for 2. And that's bad news if she gets started going.
Denny just not quite quick enough to guard her off the dribble. She hits it with the hesitation right to the right-handed layup.
47-40. I believe King, if I'm not mistaken, leads the conference also in steals. 47-40 with 28 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Down the right side, just kind of throws up an ugly shot. Glad they didn't give her the bailout on that. On the miss, Worcester the other way, into the corner to Holmes. Holmes back to King. Shot clock is off. 13.4 left and counting. King with the basketball as she's looking to set it up. Gets it over to Worcester. Back to King. And then gets to Coop. Coop off the glass. And no good. They got the shot they were looking for, just couldn't finish. So after 3 quarters of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western 47, Carroll 40. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Early detection is the name of the game with cancer. As most will agree, detecting breast cancer early makes all the difference.
I didn't see that.
Dr. Andrew believes
was it a good throw or?
Thermography offers women the earliest possible
29-yarder?
Up to 8 years before X-ray mammography. There are things to know about this. I will not diagnose cancer from a thermogram, and I will not tell a patient that this is the only tool they need for breast health. For more information on thermography, please call me at 683.
Those are some of my favorite Rams jerseys. I like those jerseys.
Are they wearing the old school? Oh, yeah.
The like blue and that light
holidays.
Hi, this is Lori.
And Jeff from the Mini Phillips 66.
Hey, you guys are cheering us up in the ground game, though.
We wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'd like to take this time to extend our thanks to all our loyal customers.
A lot of you will be traveling to see family and friends, and we want you all to be safe while on the road. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Mini Phillips 66 in Dillon.
High Peaks Federal Credit Union is a member-owned financial organization serving Beaverhead, Madison, and southern Jefferson County. Their goal is to help serve you, the members' financial needs, from checking and saving to a loan that fits your needs and budget. They provide down-home friendly service,
10 seconds.
financial stability. Call 683-4373 or stop by High Peaks Federal Credit Union in Dillon, Sheridan, or Whitehall.
And welcome back to live action. Bulldogs to the basketball. Nice give and go to Cooper to Worcester. Worcester lost the handle, was unable to finish.
Such a quick pass on that give and go when you're back cutting and it just slipped out of her hands on the layup.
It's too bad it was there. And then back the other way comes Carroll. Hannah Dean running the point at this point. As she gets it over. Dribble drive penetration and the kick out as they get into the hands of Olsen. They work it down low. I think they're going to get Worcester on the foul.
And Christine Denny, 5'9" point guard, sophomore out of Fairfield. Using that 5'9" body to get the contact on the block out.
Inbound goes out to Wagner. Wagner back out up top to Lyman. Lyman over to the right side as they get into the hands of Wagner. And about free throw line to Denny. Denny to Dean. Dean working on Cooper. The turnaround and then gets the cut. In and out. Nicely done, but Michaela Olsen on the in out. And then Bignell with the basketball. She's on the left side. The King back to Bignell. Bignell gets into the paint. Gets blocked by Dean. And back the other way comes Lyman. And it looked like an open bucket. And Dean kind of came out of nowhere. Shots up and good by Danielle Wagner.
Great shot from Wagner with Bignell sprinting at her. Nearly blocked it, but Wagner was not phased. Just knocked down the three-pointer.
Quick release. Bulldogs with the basketball in the lead. 47-43 Lady Bulldogs. Put it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dean. I'm sure she's over 10 now on that end of things. If I'm not mistaken, I'm guessing Dean, who leads the conference in double-doubles, has one again here tonight. As they get it to Dean, she wants her ladies to do something in the offense, kind of an ISO it looked like. But Cooper was up to the task on the miss. King comes back the other way for the Lady Bulldogs, gets into the paint, gets to Cooper, and they've got a lot of touches that they've just blown. And then back on D, back the other way. Good defense by Worcester as Olsen was coming right at her, just kept her at enough distance to put up the shot too hard. Bignell comes back the other way and across the timeline to King. King setting up the offense for the Lady Bulldogs. She gets to Cooper at free throw line. Cooper goes to the left side and handoff to King. King takes down the left side, picked up by Lyman, gets to Worcester. Worcester with the dribble drive, left-hand penetration, off the glass and good for two. And I love the game Worcester's having.
Yeah, just one jab, and then if you move, she's going to drive it the other way, using that quickness to get it multiple layups tonight.
And they bring the basketball into Denny's hands. Denny gets to Lyman. Lyman resets the offense for the Fighting Saints. Nothing doing in the block, looking to get it around. Gets to about free throw line to Denny. Denny puts it on the ground, gets the ball knocked around, finally kicks it out. Shot goes up, no good. Nice stroke, though, by Danielle Wagner. But back the other way as they get it into the right hand, down low. Bignell puts it up, gets to go. 51-43.
Hannah Dean was in there for the block, but Bignell saw the shot blocker there. Pump fake, let her fly by, and laid it right in.
51-43, Lady Bulldogs with the lead on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 6:56 left. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
East Bench Grain is now offering certified seeds for forage grasses, cover crops, alfalfa, barley, winter, and spring wheat. Call Kent today to find out more about East Bench Grain seed services. You know the great service East Bench Grain provides during harvest. Now you get the same great service during the planting season. You grow it, they ship it. Kent, 10 seconds. East Bench Grain, from planting to harvest, they're there for you. Call Kent today at East Bench Grain, 683-5044.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. Thank you for joining us out there in Helena on KCAP 95.9 FM. And what are you seeing that you like and what are you seeing that you don't?
I think I really like the way that Montana Western's been attacking the press. They've drawn fouls and they're really coming at that fast. You can see Coach is really trying to get them out and push the pace. And defensively, they've done a great job trying to shut down Dean as well as they can, and they're doubling down anytime someone gets it inside on that block. They don't want any dribbles. He's just getting down, trying to get digs with the guards and tip some balls away. But really still a defensive game.
And anything you don't like?
What I don't like is offensively they're just out of sync. You see a lot of turnovers and not really playing in rhythm.
It seems like they get their hands on a few things but just can't get the grasp on it sometimes, and that's difficult. Carroll with the basketball as they trail by 8. They get it back out up top to Wagner. Wagner to Lyman on the right side and then into the corner to Denny. Denny's going to bring it back around to Dean. Dean up top working on Shy. She'll get it over to the top. Dribble drive penetration by Johnson. The kick back out to Lyman. Lyman goes strong with her. It's no good, but I think they're going to get Denny on the reach there, or whatever you want to call it, kind of an over the back, I guess, slap, right? But
yeah, just on the rebound there, she tried to stay and get a tip on that ball. Wasn't able to do it. Drew the foul instead.
And then back the other way on the steal. Johnson's going to finish strong. She puts it up off the glass and good. 51-45 now. Bulldogs the basketball in the hands of Big Nell. Big Nell down the left side. She hands off to Lamy. Lamy to Worcester. Over to Dean. Or I mean to Dean. Back to Darcy Shy. To Worcester. And back up top to Paige Holmes. And they're going to call the jump ball. I think she was kind of rewarded for that a little bit.
Good hustle, number 25, Brittany Johnson. She is in the passing lane, really trying to get steals, and she gets in there and gets contact on that ball. They wanted the foul call, but they're going to give her the jump, and I think that one probably could have went either way.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of a rewarder for using her body because it seemed like she crashed, then grabbed. But, you know, I'm a homer, so what do? Hannah Dean with the basketball. A good defense by Shy, but she's going to get the hoop and the harm. It kind of seemed like Shy was doing a great job of keeping those feet moving.
Yeah, she did a great job. She just gave her that walled up, hands high, and didn't really swipe down, but I think it was just the body, and that's just a tough shot. You know, Hannah Dean likes to get over that left shoulder. She got right like it was a practice shot right there and knocked it down.
Hannah Dean, a good free throw shooter. Worcester definitely deserves a hand. She's done a great job off the bench. Really what a great spark. So Dean back to the charity stripe. Carroll trails by 3 now after the freebie. 51-48, 5:36 left here in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline. She goes over to the right side, back out up top to Anderson. She'll get it to Cooper at about free throw line. Looking for the handoff, and they deny it. And then back over to Anderson. Anderson over to the top. 7 on the shot clock. King with the basketball. Goes behind the back. Goes to the left side. Shoots the deep 3 and gets it to go.
Wow.
That's what a closer does.
Has a hand in her face. Multiple dribble moves behind the back. Picks it up. Pump fake, and then hits the 3 in her face to end the shot clock.
And they lock in the full court pressure. It's finally broken by Denny. They have 20 on the shot clock. And then back the other way.
And they're calling the foul on a screen, which I can't say personally. I don't like the foul calls when someone's setting a screen and you call it on the person going through it. You know, I understand if it's way too hard, but I think that's got to be a judgment call.
Her feet were still moving to come forward on the screen. Dean gets knocked down pretty hard, but 4:46 left in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 54-48. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't like that foul call.
No.
Hello, Southwest Montana. Jeff
It's funny,
Gorman
he's
from
got
McDonald's
different
here.
commercials.
Have you tried our great new sandwich, the triple
weird.
stack? Double sausage, double cheese, bacon and egg on a muffin biscuit or McGriddle. It's amazing. $1 any size popper coffee is still here, and 2 hash browns for $2.
I don't even want to watch
medium
that.
fries for only $4.
Watching the other game now.
$2. Mochas, lattes, smoothies, and shakes too. Save money and try the new triple stack at McDonald's at Butte, Rocker, Deer Lodge, Anaconda, and Dillon. I'm loving it.
Zematic irrigation systems are tough and dependable, just like the certified service staff at Intermountain Irrigation. When you need service, call Intermountain at 683-6571. They are there to help you every day and even available on weekends. Great
10 seconds.
The game at Intermountain Irrigation, including great service for all brands of irrigation systems. Intermountain Irrigation, there for you all year long.
And back out up top to Lyman. Lyman gets over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson, the free throw line to Dean. Dean with the drive down the left side and the kick out to the open shooter. Threes in and out, no good. Shot was missed by Denny. Back the other way with King for the Bulldogs. She's going to get it back to kick out to Anderson. Back out to Cooper. Bring Cooper over to Lamy. Lamy back out top to Anderson. Anderson to King. King working on Lyman. She gets it over to Lamy. Lamy will swing it over to the right side to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock as Anderson looks to elevate and shoot. And she's going to get it to King. King's going to last touches and it knocks away as Anderson can't really get into the basketball.
Yeah, this Saints team is doing a great job of keeping them really extended outside the three-point line where they can't even think about getting a look until late in the shot clock.
And they look down the right side to Lyman. Back the other way, left hand up, oh, a little too hard. Rebound pulled down by Lamy on the Wagner miss. Anderson back the other way. Hand off to King. King worked down left side. Oh, just kind of a lazy pass picked off by Dean. Dean back the other way. Ran the other way and knocked away by King. King gets it right back and they're going to get Dean on the reach.
And Brianna King, great hustle play on the turnover. She runs down as Hannah Dean is going to lay it up and tips it away off the dribble. The ball goes loose. She hustles, picks it up, and Hannah Dean tries to give her her own medicine, goes to make the same steal, and then gets the foul call.
King back the other way. She gets it over to Anderson on the right side. Back out up top, and then over to Cooper. And Dean's going to get hit with another one.
Really impressed with the way that Hannah Dean really just carries herself on the court. Could be getting mad about a lot of foul calls, but she's a positive, definitely a leader for this Carroll College team.
Does everything pretty well. I mean, runs the floor well, rebounds well, passes well, is a good shooter, does well from the charity stripe. Back out up top to Cooper to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. As she gets to give and go to King. King misses the jumper on the baseline. You don't see that too often with the wide open look. She doesn't usually get that wide open lately.
Not her third, but frustration foul probably after that missed layup. And they're face guarding her. She just did a nice cut off that, got an open layup, and missed it long.
We're at the 3-minute mark. 3 minutes left. 54-48 Bulldogs. Carroll with the basketball as they get the baseline. Back out to Dean. Dean with the kick out to Johnson. Johnson goes left hand to about free throw line. She kicks it back out to Denny. Picked off down low by Anderson. Anderson's really picked up her defense here in the second half as well. Anderson gets to about free throw line and picks it off. Hands it out over to Lamy. Lamy into the corner to King. King working on Lyman. Gets it back out to Lamy. Lamy goes down the right side. Gets to Cooper. Cooper with sky hook. Front arm, no good. Back the other way comes Wagner. Wagner's going to go down the left side. Gets it knocked away by King. It'll stay here with Carroll.
Brianna King is really working to get back in transition. We'll see if that makes her a little more tired here late in the game, but she's been having to sprint back 2 or 3 times.
So it looks like Carroll to inbound and gets it into Lyman. Lyman back over the right side. She gets to free throw line as they get it to Denny. Denny gets it down low to Johnson. Johnson with the look away and then back up strong. Gets the 2 to go, and it's 54-50.
5'7" senior Brittany Johnson using that size to get the layup.
King back the other way. She gets it over to Bignell. Bignell over to Laney. Laney's going to bring it back out up center. Get it to Bignell. Or back to down low to Laney. Laney with the turnaround fade. No good. Rebound knocked around. Last touch, or Hannah Dean was able to save it. She gets it over to Wagner. Wagner's going to bring it across the timeline as she gets to Lyman. Lyman gets it down low. Kick back out. Dean for three. Back iron, no good. Nice rebound. They're going to get Cooper on the reach on the nice rebound by Johnson.
And Britt Cooper trying to come in there on the rebound and get a tip on the ball. Just swings it down, hits her on the arm. Looks like it's going to be the bonus for Carroll College.
We're going to have another timeout, so 1:27 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 54-50. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Birds have them, bees have them, even monkeys in the trees have them. Homes, because we all need a place to hang our coats.
Doing what we usually do, set up
Your
a field
advantage
goals.
over your feathered and furry friends is that Farmers Union Insurance can insure your habitat. Just because it's a jungle out there, don't take
That's a
wild
tough
risks
call
with
on
your
that
property.
catch.
Call Judy Searing at 683-2367.
You got to at least hold it. Yeah, elbow equals 2
Farmers
feet.
Union Insurance. Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab. Our highly trained physical therapy team, Kirk Van Slyke and Sheriff Harrison, work closely with their patients recovering after surgery or suffering from pain or injury. Whether you're a senior enjoying life to its fullest, a weekend warrior, or an elite athlete, Ortho Rehab will empower you to achieve your best through the benefits.
It's a chip shot.
Stop by 201 Southside Boulevard across from IGA or call us at 683-3675. Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab Physical Therapy.
And welcome back to live basketball action. 1:27 left in the basketball game. Got a barn burner here. It's 54-50. Brittany Johnson's going to the charity stripe to shoot. 5 team fouls for the Bulldogs, 3 team fouls for Carroll. Carroll with no losses in conference, the number 8 ranked team in the country. She misses the first of 2. Double bonus after 5.
Oh, okay.
Remember, every quarter you just get the 5. Oh, kid, nice. Misses both. Cooper with the rebound. She's able to clear it to King. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline. And this is where it's nice when you have a closer. She's been off today a little bit more than we're used to. Give credit to Carroll on that. But this is where you are glad you have the best player in the building. Where are they going to get the foul now? Is that a Dean foul?
It looks like Denny or Dean. Savannah Big Nose
Denny they got, I think, on
was
that.
cutting to help, but you're exactly right. Having a player like King that can comfortably handle the ball in these late game situations where you're not worried about her turning it over.
And they're looking to inbound. They get it back out up top to Lamy. And Bulldogs with the timeout. 1:05 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 54-50 Bulldogs lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This is Shane Pooyer with Stockman Bank. This holiday season, we would like to encourage you to shop and bank locally. Stockman Bank is family-owned and only in Montana. When you bank with us, you are creating local jobs, donating to local nonprofits, and helping your neighbors to become entrepreneurs and homeowners. We offer personalized service
He's kind of a loner, I
made by
think.
people who live.
He's kind of a loner, I think. Like,
help us invest
I come in and clean in the evenings, and he's always just like by himself in his, in his
Stockman Bank,
office.
Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
Good defensive coach. And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. 54-50, 1:05 left in the ball game. Bulldogs with the basketball. Really, really, really want this bucket here. Not only would it be 2 possessions, but it'd be 2 possessions of 3-pointers. I mean, right now it's a 2-possession game. But you sure, that was quite the flop there. That was almost embarrassing.
Tried to fall off Bree King cutting, and
then she pulled back. King with the basketball. She's going to work her way down the left side. She'll pull it back out, using as much clock as she can. And you got the ball handler to do it.
5'3" Jaden Lyman up in her face.
And you want to see the bucket to go with it. And they're going to get Lyman on the reach on the crossover there. And I could give a lot of credit here. I thought Lyman did a good job of guarding 2 people, really moving her feet, and I think she just not necessarily got tired, but got kind of mixed up on that crossover and reached a little bit.
Yeah, she's so laterally quick, and when she gets a player like Britt Cooper switching from a guard that's as quick as Bree King to, you know, a bigger player, you kind of want to be up in there and not let them dribble, and I think that's exactly what Cooper noticed.
Cooper hits the big freebie to make it 55-50. It's a 3rd foul on Lyman, but more importantly, the 5th team foul, putting them into the double bonus.
could hear a
Lyman
pin drop
with
in here. Oh, and came down on the ankle. And it looks like she rolled it.
Bignell came in. I think she landed on the foot, and then they called a foul on it.
And never want to see a player get hurt, especially in the end. Lyman's been so crucial on the defensive end.
But at that point, it's kind of obvious she landed on the foot, so tough to call the foul. I mean, you can call it on the body, I guess. It did kind of look like it was just the way she landed automatically led to a foul. And the benefit for that for Carroll is the clock stops and they get 2 shots.
Yeah, virtually no time went off the clock, really, maybe a second.
55-50, 36.6 left in the ball game.
And you can hear a pin drop in here right now.
And she's hurt, but she still buries the freebie. 55-51. 2nd and 2 for Lyman. Shots up and good. 55-52. It's a 1-possession basketball game. They get it into King. King gets it across the timeline. And Lyman is hurting a little bit. You can tell she's a little hobbled. They're doing a great job of playing keep away right now. And they're going to foul Bignell.
Reed King just showing off the handle there. They almost put you in awe sometimes. You see her dribbling around people. They're just trying to foul her. They're not even trying to play defense. Just get a hand on her. Right. And she's just juking in between 2 people, passing the ball around. They did a great job of keeping it away, getting time off the clock.
She misses the first, needs to make the second to make it a 2-possession.
Gotta hit this one.
And gets that one to go. 56-52. 21.2 seconds left in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When it comes to maintaining your car, you need quality parts and service, and you can count on Napa, Dillon's locally owned auto parts store. Dillon Napa has everything you need: your car, truck accessories, replacement parts, performance engine kits, heavy-duty parts for farm and ranch, and much more. Stop in and say hi to Brian and the crew at Napa of Dillon, your locally... 10 seconds. And with winter just around the corner, Napa has everything you'll need to winterize your automobile. Napa of Dillon, your know-how. Stop by and see the know-how guys at Napa.
Derwin James is going to be picking all those off.
Hope so. Welcome back to live basketball action. And it all comes down to this. 21.2 seconds left in the ball game. 56-52 Bulldogs lead. Carroll with the basketball. They get the inbound in. And then back out to Lyman. Lyman works down the right side, goes in for the quick bucket, gets it to go. And Carroll's going to call a quick timeout. So with 14.2 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Bulldogs lead 56-54. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
What can State Farm offer you? A lot more than just car insurance. Hi, I'm State Farm agent Ted Ory. State Farm offers economical protection for all the things you need insured: your home, your apartment, your life, your health, your business, even your recreational vehicle. State Farm offers the finest service your premium dollar can buy.
I need to find a little kid down there at those games so I can be like, here,
State Farm is there.
just give him
Stop by at 24 South Idaho or call us at 683-2472 to discuss your insurance needs in that good neighbor State Farm way.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. We've got a great basketball game here. Number 8 Carroll versus number 4 University of Montana Western. It's 56-54, 14.2 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs to inbound to a full court pressure. And Cooper will do the inbounding as she scrambles down the right side. The home run's not open, so they inbound it right to Holmes, I believe it was. Got a lot of activity in front of us.
Yeah, there's coaches and there's a bunch of cuts. They're pressing, trying to stop the ball from even being passed in. And this Carroll College Saints team, they've done a great job being in passing lanes the second half.
So at the worst, you want one of these. And if you get 2, of course, you're very happy because it pushes it out to 2. 2 crucial free throws here. First one's up and good. That's huge right there. That's a 1-possession, 3 to tie it with 12-8. This one here could almost seal it. I mean, there's still just enough time to still, but this is going to make it tough.
And a long wait right here before the second shot. You see the referees are talking about something.
And here we go. 12.8 left. And she misses. They call a timeout right away. Hannah Dean with the rebound. 12 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 57-54 Bulldogs. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Happy New Year to you. We would love to help you. Come into the good life. Let's continue.
Thanks, Abigail. That's right. Diane, Doris, Gail, and I wish our entire community
that last drive by the Rams was 14 plays.
Come on in and let us help you get it.
And then the Cowboys went 3 and out.
2 South Montana Street.
So the Rams had the football again.
That hurts your defense. It's like the Bulldogs right there.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. 12 seconds left. Bulldogs with the 57-54 lead. Carroll with the basketball. So do you foul here? Send him to the charity stripe? Or do you try to play D as long as possible?
I think you try to play D. You know you got a good defensive team. It's going to have a hand in the face.
Johnson with the basketball. You know they're looking for a 3. They're only going to get one chance, really. Lyman jacks up the 3. No good. It's knocked down. Finally picked up by Lamy. Lamy's fouled just before the clock. Are they going to just call it? I think they'll say that did it. I think she was fouled before the clock, but we'll see.
He did call the foul before.
They're talking it over to give it.
So there's probably about 2 seconds, maybe a second on the clock if they do give her the foul call.
57-54 is the score.
We'll see if these refs just call it game or put her on the free throw line.
It looks like they're probably working on the clock, so I'm guessing she's going to shoot some freebies. She'll at least need 1. It looks like .3 is what they put back up there.
And this is going to be double bonus because it's 5.
57-54. And so if she hits 1, it's over. I mean, .3. They're going to want Dean to throw it, I would guess. She seems to have the best arm anyway.
Yeah, had some nice outlet passes all the way down the court.
57-54, .3 left. Lamy at the charity stripe. Shots up and no good.
Still, there's
so you're saying there's a chance. You got to hit this. Seal it. There you go. Done deal. 58-54, they give it to Dean. Dean doesn't even throw it up, and that'll do it. So the Bulldogs come out with the big victory against a very, very talented Carroll team, 58-54. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the Papa T's post-game show. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Rocky Mountain Supply has 10,000 items under one roof. Everything from hardware, hunting and fishing items, coffee, hot dogs, brats, hot stuffed pizza, and much, much more. They also carry a complete line of ranchwear from the cowboy to the cowgirl. Rocky Mountain Supply can fill your trucks, cars, and RVs with gasoline or diesel. They also fill propane tanks and have an RV dump. Rocky Mountain Supply, Dillon's one-stop shop.
You know that Devers Excavation and Aquatics are proud